Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
No, wait, hold on. Hold on. This is probably going to be the part.
Okay.
Wait.
Bitch.
Hold on. My nail won't go under. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Filmaholics Podcast, the podcast where we beat the living shit out of each other before every episode. As always, I'm Lawrence Serrano.
I am Antonio Gonzalez.
I'm Luis Chavez.
And I'm Pedro Gomez.
Yeah, we're back, so get ready to listen to our voices in your ears.
I'm over here.
And I'm over here.
I'm over here.
Ew.
We don't have that type of technology.
Yeah, I know. It's like some fucking Tyler the Creator album or something. Dude, okay, speaking of Tyler the Creator,
I saw him the other time.
no, there was
I've seen him perform. He's good.
when I listened to like his music, I think it was on Igor. There was a song where the voice comes in, but it's like that. What is it called? Like, you know, that fucking when the voice comes in and it's like creeping on you. You know what I mean? And the fucking voice creeped into my ears.
I think that was a nightmare.
Bitch,
once.
shut the fuck up when you talk about it.
I think your AirPods are broken.
No, okay, no, it creeped into my ears, and I thought someone was fucking behind me. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck? Because I was outside, too, which made it worse. I was outside, like, getting something out of my car, and I looked behind me, and just, nothing's there, and I was just fucking scared.
That's funny that you brought up Tyler the Creator, because just recently I bought a watch that he wears very frequently. And I'm not talking about the Burger King Star Wars watch, because he wears that one too, and I'm still trying to find that one. That looks nice, and that is like a Yoda or like R2-D2. But I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram.
No, I don't.
No, I know you don't.
No, I'm
You
kidding.
mean at King Antonio Gonzalez?
Yes, sir.
What's your Snapchat?
My Snapchat is Baby Dick Antonio,
It fits the preference.
and it fits the perfect.
preference.
But anyways, Pope Francis and Tyler Creator, along with a few other celebrities, have been wearing a super cheap, like $10 Casio watch.
The
I don't know the model of it. I think it's like the MQ247B.
Oh, you're wearing it right now.
I'm wearing it right now.
Okay.
It's hella sleek, hella stylish, and it's timeless. But you know, you just said Tyler Creator.
Yeah, no,
So-
it's fine.
But how are you guys?
I'm alright. I'm, just getting through another week. What about you guys?
It's hot. No, actually,
You say that every episode. You say that
These
past
days,
couple days has been bad.
it's been a little bit
been
better.
better.
Yeah, it's been
What about you,
nice.
Pedro?
So, it's actually funny because I got yesterday while I was working, like, on my vlog, I got a text, but, like, you know, like, you get, like, those spam texts and shit like that telling you
Well,
this
no one
and that.
texted me, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, like, I keep on getting, like, this spam text saying, like, oh, like, you have this opportunity for an audition for, like, blah, blah, blah. But this one was, like, a Forever 21 commercial. So I was like, what the fuck is this? So then I started actually, like, looking more in depth, like, trying to figure out, like, the numbers and all that shit. Like, who was texting me.
And what do they mean?
And it was, like, it was a talent agency. And then they were like, oh, like, are you Pedro Gomez? And I'm like...
No.
How the fuck did you get my number?
Yeah, I was
Who's
like...
asking?
I got fucking scared because, like, I thought it was going to be a scammer. And I was like, son of a bitch. But then, like, there
Son of a bitch! I already put my credit card information.
I already gave my social security and everything. No, but, like, basically, like, they were like, hey, like, I saw that you, like, subscribed or, like, you met with one of our people, like, a long time ago. And I was like, what the fuck? And then he was like, yeah, they went to, like, Cal State San Bernardino. I was like, oh, okay, because they had, like, a little talent thing.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
And
You met one of our producers, Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my god. Maybe you shouldn't take that job. Maybe don't take that job.
Please.
Man.
So then I was just like, okay, cool, whatever, right? We got to talking this and that, and then like she was like, okay, like just provide us like 5 headshots and 5 like body shots with like different clothing on.
5 back shots.
That has to be edited out.
No, I'm leaving that in, baby.
I'm still trying to recover from the death threats that me and Pedro received on.
Oh my
Thursday.
god.
You guys received death threats?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's just...
but to keep it
Oh,
really long story short, for work I had to record a video talking about using hand sanitizer after you pump gas, and it's for like a world organization, but it's on the early stages, so it's just like prototypes and all that good stuff. So they tasked me, right? We went around the area trying to find gas stations we could film at. of course, everyone's gonna say no to us because we look nerdy and dorky.
Wait, what?
And so we go to like 4, 5, 6 car washes, right? And I'm getting fed up. It's golden hour. It's time to film. Like it's time to go. Right? It's time to film.
Cameras are warmed up.
Exactly.
Lenses are sparkling.
Exactly. I could have said it better, Luis. And so I go to one 7-Eleven, and I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be the one. I have a good feeling about this. I go to the guy and I'm like, hey, can I film here real quick? Like it's for work. And I'm like, look, you don't gotta sign anything. Like I'm good. Like no NDAs, no nothing. And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, shucks. And so I go to Pedro, who's like in the gas station pretending that he's pumping gas. And I'm like, Pedro, he said no, but we're going to film. So this is the game plan. And I read the script. I gave him everything he had to know. And we filmed all like 12 shots. And then the last shot where he just gets in his car and fucking ducks out of there. The guy comes in and he's like, yo, I told you it's for your safety. You can't. And I'm like, safety? Like, what do you mean? Like, who can't see me? Like, I'm wearing bright blue,
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm going to make copies of everything. And at first I thought he meant like my video. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, well, you're not going to do that. I could tell you what you're not going to do. Exactly that. But he meant copies of like my script and everything, which I don't know that if it had like sensitive information. I don't think it did. But anyways, he's like, the boss is on the way. And I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble. I wait like 30 seconds. The boss gets here. He skedaddles in his little car and he's like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And I'm like, look, I'm just trying to film just one more shot. And he was like, you know what? Yes. And we film and I give a nasty look to the one guy that told me to fucking fuck off because he was wrong, kind of. He was just doing his job. He didn't mean it, but he's still fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not his fault. And speaking of people who are not at fault of things, Good Will Hunting. What do you guys think of Good Will Hunting?
That
You
was
mean
the
his
first
name
transition.
Will?
No, okay, yeah, what's what I meant.
I think.
Oh, why is it called good though? That's my.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe Luis can. I don't understand why it's called Good Will Hunting.
I was kind of waiting for like a reference, like, oh, good,
Yeah, like-
good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
So
There you go, Goodwill.
But his name
but
is
his name is Will.
That's the whole. It's not his name.
But it's
the title is. It's a goodwill. They're like hunting for a goodwill.
Sure. Are you sure?
Oh, wait.
Yes, it's not his name.
What is his
Wait, it is his name.
is Will.
His name is Will, but
No, his
it's not
name
like
is Matt Damon.
Yeah, it's not what is it called?
It's not referencing his name.
It's not. It's Goodwill Hunting because Will is. It's in a
hunting
way
for
it's like a
Goodwill.
play with words because it's his
Okay.
name. But
I wish we would have finished high school. We would have.
we would have been a lot better.
Wait, is that a book? Is it?
Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
No, it's an original screenplay.
Oh, but I.
Okay.
But I read it. I didn't watch it. I read it.
That was Wuthering Heights.
No. You read The Great Gatsby. That's what you read.
Oh yeah.
So last week we had a recommendation as always, and it went to Luis, and it was Good Will Hunting. So can you tell us a little bit about Good Will Hunting, Luis?
I can't. Let me get my notes.
Oh my god.
Give me a second.
Oh
Wow.
Oh, unprepared.
Louis C.K.
Oh,
Wait, I got it.
Wow. This is what, episode 4, and you guys are still like this?
Yeah, we fuck up every episode.
Leave this in. I want
I want people to know.
I want people to know.
leave the mic on. I want to know.
I want them to know how disgusting we are.
All right. Well, I don't need my notes because I didn't write notes.
Oh whoa.
Just kidding. Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite films.
One of or is?
It is my favorite film, but
Really?
it's one of my favorite films.
Because you don't have a favorite film.
I don't have a favorite film,
Me too.
but if like I was put on the spot, like Life or
What's your
Death.
favorite film?
Oh, Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, okay,
that's
that
what
makes
it-
sense,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it
Okay.
would be.
Yeah.
I love the cast. I love the story. I don't know. I just feel like to me it's a very like when I watch it, a lot of their performances like are very emotional to me. They're very deep. I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot. And I don't know. What do you guys think about it?
Pedro?
Fuck. Overall, this movie was fucking crazy. I don't know why, but for me, like the length of it didn't really bother me. Because I know, like, for some movies, like, being, like, you know, like, that length kind of bothered me. But this one, I really liked it. And then some fucking scenes in that movie. God damn, son.
Deep.
Yeah.
Deep. And then I really...
What scenes were deep?
We'll get into
So-
it.
We'll get there.
We'll get
Wait,
into
no,
it.
I get it now. It's just I'm sorry. I have
It's an
a hard time reconnecting. I have a hard time putting myself in other people's perspective.
Yeah, being human and
It's an
having
avant-garde
feelings.
if you don't get it.
Yeah. I understand now. I know what parts.
Yeah, I agree. This is like my third time watching it, I think. I can't really remember. But I've loved it since the first time I watched it. And I always find more appreciation for it after every time I watch it. There's just something that just feels a little better about it. It's a movie that feels like a really warm hug. It just it's something that feels necessary to people and relatable. And
A Robin Williams hug.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
I have something to say about that.
About what?
About Robin Williams.
Oh, okay.
You can finish.
I don't have much to say. I mean, it's just a loving film that it feels necessary to people's feelings, to people's emotions. It just feels.
You're peeking.
Oh, am I?
No.
Then why?
No, in life. It's only downhill from here, baby.
No. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's just basically how I feel about it. Well, Antonio.
You know what? Like Pedro said, like the 2 hours. I thought it was going to be a long movie. Like I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to sit down for this, you know. But man, it sucked me in.
Really?
And I wanted more of that movie. Like I want a number 2. I want more.
So you liked it a lot.
I
then.
loved it.
Really? Oh,
I
I'm so
absolutely
happy.
loved it.
You liked
Because you were the one I was most worried about because I feel like you're gonna be like, oh, it's boring or something.
I love this so
Oh,
much.
yay!
That's
I'm
my
happy.
favorite
Everyone, give a
movie.
clap for Antonio. Woo! Yeah, Antonio understands movies.
You know, I like how it was shot.
Okay.
I wish, you know how when they were like riding in the car in the beginning and you could tell like it was like a handheld like camera like inside of the car?
Yeah.
And it felt like very like not amateurish, but it felt very indie kind of film.
Yeah.
I wish they did a little bit more shots like that because I think you could relate more to Will like that way, like of it's maybe like shaky
I think
camera a little bit
it was
more.
more personal.
Yeah, it was more
It was,
personal like
it
that.
was super tight. Like they're
yep.
right there.
They played really well with the colors. You know what? It's one of those movies where, like, oh man, like it just goes to show, like, they don't make movies like that anymore, you know? And the cast is fantastic. And,
Absolutely.
And
Oh,
I don't think if you replace the cast member, the movie would be the same. You
Yeah,
know?
they hit
Wait.
every emotional beat that they
Yeah,
need to.
exactly.
Okay,
You know, the
I get you.
supporting cast members were fantastic.
Everyone.
Everyone was
did awesome.
fantastic, you know?
You wanted to say something, Luis? Something about Robin Williams, I think.
Yeah. When did he pass away again? On what day? Huh?
You're a piece of shit.
When?
Okay,
When?
so Robin Williams died on my birthday.
Passed away, not died. Have
Okay,
some
sorry, he
respect.
passed away.
Yeah. You
No,
asshole.
okay, I'm gonna do what George Carlin said. George Carlin said not to use euphemisms. But,
What are
yeah.
euphemisms?
So, what are euphemisms? Like,
Yeah.
other, like, soft words. That
Can
are-
you spell euphemism?
No, I can't. Fuck that. No, just kidding. So, whatever. When fucking,
Spell euphoria.
when Robin Williams died, he died on my birthday, 2014. Also known as probably one of my worst birthdays. It wasn't a good birthday. Other stuff was happening that day, and I was like, oh, this can't get worse, and then
I
that happened.
despise you for that.
Oh, it's my fault.
It is.
Whatever. Okay, so just back to Good Will Hunting. I think the absolute best aspect of this movie is the screenplay. Everything, like in terms of dialogue,
Yeah.
every conversation is just so realistic, and it feels like you're actually friends with these people. I love the way. I love just how every character, even whether how small or how big they are towards the film, they are all very purposeful and developed in the movie.
They're very like their relationships with one another. You can tell they're very like.
They're very special
Yeah.
in certain aspects. It's like even one of the characters that you don't see too much is
Casey Apple.
no is I forget his name, but Ben Affleck's character.
Batman.
No.
I forgot his name.
Obviously, the film takes place in Boston, if you couldn't tell.
Massachusetts.
By their accent. So, what fitting way to celebrate a movie that was shot in Boston while drinking beer that was made in Boston? Samuel Adams.
Yeah.
It's summertime, so we bought the summer pack. It has the summer ale, the 76, the porch rocker, and the what's the other one called? I have no clue. Boston Lager. Boston. Khakis.
Boston, baby.
All right, well, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, look at that.
Let me try this.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sound as great as a can, but it's okay.
This will.
This is for Boston. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's for Boston,
I think,
baby.
Like I was saying, I think this is one of my favorite screenplays of like all
Ooh.
time. Good or not good? Strange taste.
Well, I just had a Sapporo, so now I'm like mixing beers. But
That's
how does it taste?
Mine went from really sweet to just a beer. No, it's not bad. Actually, wait, hold on.
It does taste like summer. I don't know if that's a good thing
No,
or a bad
actually-
thing.
I kind of like it.
Okay, yeah.
That's alright.
Well, good for you. Good Will Hunting would be happy. Yeah, like I was saying, probably one of my favorite screenplays of all time. I don't know, man. I love hearing these people conversate with each other. There's a great monologue Robin Williams gives where, you know, he meets Will and he realizes, hey, this guy's a piece of shit. But then he has a conversation with him in the park and he's like, you're not a piece of
one of my
shit.
favorites.
You're just a fucking kid. That's all
Exactly.
you are. Like, you're just a kid
Yeah.
and you don't understand life. You don't understand love. And I love...
He gave it to him then.
he gives...
Thought about it.
He really... Yeah, because he said, like, you fucking tore apart my life. And I
Dude,
realized that you're
yeah.
just a kid.
Like you know when like when a bully makes fun of you, and then he walks away, and then you think of a comeback like an hour later. That was Robin Williams.
When he comes back, I'm gonna.
I already know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna write it down. Actually,
dude, that's one of my favorite scenes.
It's great. It's very well written. I love how he...
I think. Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
I love how he connects what Will knows. Like, Will is obviously very intelligent. He knows a lot of books. So he's like, if I asked you to talk to me about love, you'd quote fucking Shakespeare. You'd quote this, you quote that. But you don't know what it's like to wake up to the person that you love every single day. You don't
balls
know that.
deep.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful scene, and there's a lot of beautiful scenes just like that.
One of my favorite quotes. One of my favorite quotes, and my yearbook quote. I think
yeah.
comes from that scene.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah,
the quote?
I have it right here, just so it's exact, and I'm quoting.
And I quote.
And I quote Robin Williams. You'll have bad times. I'm sorry. You'll have bad times, but it'll always wake you up to the good stuff you weren't paying attention to.
I didn't think you were paying attention. You fucking took forever right
You
there.
killed Robin Williams. what he stood for.
Wait. Did you guys get Samuel Adams because like it was shown in the movie, or did you
Just
get it
'cause it's
because it was
Boston.
Boston?
It's Boston.
Boston.
It's a Boston.
It was shown
thing.
in the movie too.
I don't remember, but...
It was in the scene where like he's reading like I don't know how many pamphlets or whatever books, and he's like in that small little room, and he has like the Samuel Adams like box right next to him.
Hey, you know what I noticed? Watching the movie, you know how the younger brother of the one guy.
Casey Affleck, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was him. But you know how like he goes up to the ladies, and like flirts with her, and then Will comes in and like
That's Ben Affleck then. I'm talking about Ben Affleck. When he says like that guy's acting all smart, the Harvard guy?
yeah.
Okay.
So the younger brother was trying to hit on the girl, and then Will ended up saving the day, and then now like she liked him, but like he kind of like cock blocked him because if he was going to,
I think he was going for the blonde girl.
oh, you think he was? Going
think
for
I
the
think he was
girl?
just trying to get any girl.
Any girl.
Yeah, and I don't think it mattered. I think he just realized that the girls are too smart for him, I think.
That guy from Harvard, the fucking bitch.
Yeah, they casted
Bitch.
him well because you can
Yeah,
say everything
yeah.
he
He
says.
looks like an
He looks like an asshole.
Yeah, but like I mean, like how are you gonna talk smart with
You know who he looks like?
Who?
What's his name in the Patriot?
Mel Gibson?
Yeah, he looks
God.
like Mel
No,
Gibson.
I thought he looks like that one guy from Hunger Games. Fuck, he was in Zombieland. The older
Woody
guy?
Harrelson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, those are... I agree with Woody Harrelson. He does kind of like him. But I love that scene when... Sorry. I love that scene when he fucking comes out of nowhere and he's just like, do you have any thoughts of your own, or are you just going to quote every book that you've ever read?
That's
and,
true.
and then he's like, basically saying, I got the same education as you, but I only paid you only paid $1.50 in late charges at the library. Like, oh man, he just fucking he
he wrecked
destroys
it,
people
yeah.
because he can read people like that. That's how fucking intelligent this guy is.
And that's why he kept fucking with all these like therapists, because
He knows.
he'll look at them and he'll be like, I can read you like a fucking book. There you go.
I love the one where he thinks he's being hypnotized.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just
And he
like
just starts
starts
going.
singing. Oh
No.
but that's what he needed too. He it took someone like Robin Williams' character Sean to actually
love Sean.
to push past his comfort zone, because it's clear that Will builds a wall in terms of his emotions and his past trauma. So he needed someone like Sean to really push him and make him feel something that isn't fake, that is real. And
I think Sean needed someone like Will too.
Yeah, to show him just a different side. Yeah, it's
because they brought out like a lot from each other.
Oh yeah, it's just sorry, go on.
What are you guys' thought on the professor?
He's good. I think he's really
Professor
good.
Lambeau.
I like the idea where at first, you're like, oh, I like this guy because he's trying to help him, trying to help Will. But then you kind of see that he's trying to push Will into the same path that he took, and he's not taking into consideration of what Will wants, and which is what Sean, Robin Williams' character, really wants out of Will.
For him to pursue what he wants.
To pursue what he wants to.
That's what I saw this film.
Yeah.
This film as like, what do you want in life?
Exactly. Yeah.
This like. It's just a matter of like, do you know who you are? Do you know what you want to do?
Exactly. Yeah,
type of deal.
It's to experience everything. That's why I love the scene where they talk about the game, the baseball game, and how he didn't go to the game.
He's like,
they're all excited.
You,
like,
you didn't go?
He's all like, oh, did you rush the field? No, I was at the bar with my future wife.
Dude,
it's
that
such a
was
beautiful
crazy.
scene,
Oh.
and I love the editing between like the baseball game, like just to build that
yeah.
excitement. It's it just feels so reminiscent.
I have a scene which I think, to me, I don't know if you guys caught it.
The fight scene where he kicks him in the fucking face.
No.
Oh, that was good. I love that fight scene, though.
It's a scene, and this isn't with Robin Williams. This isn't with Sean. This is a scene with Professor Lambeau. Mm-hmm. It's when they're like kind of bonding, and it's when they first start doing the math.
And he puts his hand over him.
And he puts his hand over him.
Yeah.
And in the background, you see the
It's like,
assistant,
yeah.
and he's kind of like, bro, like, yeah, like.
Not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna fucking shoot him or
That
something.
was funny to me. Like, I don't know why. That's why I like this movie so much, because not only is it like, to me it was very like emotional, but
Had some funny moments.
it has very comedic moments, and they're very subtle too. That's what I like about it.
I like when they're in a bar, and is his name Professor Lambeau? That's his
Professor
name.
Lambeau. Yeah.
He asks
a
one of the
cool ass name.
bartender. He has the bartender like, "Oh, who's this guy?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then it cuts to him talking to somebody. Hey, who the hell's that? Little shit like that. Like it's
Or the
not.
Unabomber.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I like the part when, like, after he got the Will got the girl's number, he goes up to the other bar. He was like, "Hey, do you like apples?" He was like,
How about-
"Yeah, how about these
How
apples?"
about them apples?
Oh, fuck! How about them apples?
Yeah. No, but I really, this screenplay is fantastic, but what really brings it to just such extreme heights is the performances, I think. Matt Damon, Robin Williams, Ben Affleck. Even, I think her name is Minnie Driver. She's the one that plays
Yeah,
Skylar.
yeah. Mhm.
She's
awesome.
fantastic. I love her. I love her presence in the film. Like, not only is she just a good actress, especially in her dramatic, emotional scenes, but just her presence alone, like her chemistry with Will, it just feels so fucking genuine. That's what it feels
that scene where she like tells him she loves him, and he's like, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
She's like, I love you. He's
He doesn't
like,
understand.
Are you like, you can't just say that? Like,
Yeah.
you really gotta mean
He
that.
wants to go to California and shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The performances really bring the movie to extreme heights.
I like it.
Can I ask you a question, Luis?
No.
All right, next question.
All right, moving on.
Luis, what is your favorite item off of the menu at McDonald's?
I'd have to say Lawrence P. Serrano is. Okay, continue. Gather on.
So yeah,
Right, no, that's a serious question though. What's your favorite item though?
McChickens.
I kind of agree.
I gotta go with the Big Mac combo, large, with the drink of Sprite.
Okay, so
Shout out to when they used to have high C on the menu.
yeah.
Fuckers got rid of it.
Oh, they don't have it anymore?
No, they
Bitch,
have like
this isn't a McDonald's fucking podcast. Oh, you want to talk more about McDonald's? Okay, let's
Yeah,
keep going.
yeah,
you
but
know-
shout out to the number 10-piece McNugget meal.
Yeah, the 20. That's
Real
fucking
quick, I want to
crazy.
ask you about your experience with like Good Will Hunting. What made you think that this was like your favorite movie? When's the first time you watched it, and how did you feel with your first viewing of Good Will Hunting?
I saw this in high school,
Okay.
and
What grade?
it's not. I think I remember. I think it was sophomore year.
Okay. Good going.
no one recommended it to me. I saw it like I think it was on Netflix at the time, and so I was just it was one of those watches where you're just looking for something on Netflix, and I really didn't like intentionally watch it. It was just one of those like, oh, let me watch this, and
I'll just pick it.
yeah, and I mean I saw Robin Williams in it, so I was like, you know what, Robin Williams film, let's go ahead and watch it. And so first viewing, I remember right away, I think I fell in love with the film, just not only because it's a great storyline and the characters and whatever. Yeah, it's awesome. But I don't know why I could relate to it, and I think a lot of people can relate to it. I'm not saying that I'm like this mathematician like genius with like crazy like problems and whatnot, but like
it is relatable in a sense.
I think it's relatable because Will's fighting all these inner demons that he has, and he's trying to like I feel like he has so much pressure on him because he knows he's smart. He knows it, and he says it in the film. He knows that his math is easy to him. Like
it just comes to him, like he says with the piano.
Yeah, it's Mozart. Like he's like this. Like they see a piano,
and they just know what to do.
They just know it. I see numbers. I just know what to do with them. And I feel like I relate to that in a way that like we all have this like gift. Either we just have to look for it, we have to find it, whatever it may be. We all have like a purpose, and we all have to go through with it. But some people have like this pressure of like, say you're coming from a family in which doesn't have many resources, or you come from like
your background.
Yeah, like your background is, and he comes from this like, orphan background, and he has like his friend said, I don't know if you guys remember the scene where they're at construction and he tells Will, he's like, hey man, like no disrespect, you're my friend, but if you're still working here 20 years from now, like I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah. Like
he's like you don't owe it to yourself, you fucking owe it to me.
And exactly, and that's how I feel like a lot of us can relate to it, because I know that if I'm still like making minimum wage in 20 years from now, like I'm gonna be disrespecting like everyone I know, just because I feel like I owe it to everybody to be the best person that I can be. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. That's why I love this film so much. It's very relatable.
Antonio, I feel like you haven't been talking a lot. You want to say something? But
yeah, say things.
No.
No, like I'm just saying. Like,
I don't know. What do you want me to say? I really like the like. I really like.
Is there something that something in particular that spoke to you in a certain way?
Yeah, I like. It just made me reflect on all of the work Robin Williams has done.
Yeah.
And like,
definitely.
I understand why a lot of people are like, damn, Robin Williams is my favorite actor, and every time I watch his work, I'm like, damn, like, he's a fucking goat.
He brings
I feel like I get like goosebumps. I feel it. I feel his performances.
It feels so genuine.
And for some reason, so let me ask you: was it alluding to him like fighting in Vietnam War?
He did fight in the war, I think. Yeah. There was a picture of him with his buddies.
Was it Vietnam War, or do you think it was like
I don't know,
Korean War?
Well, at that time, I don't know. At that time, like the whole story took place in 1972. So.
So yeah. I don't know.
The whole story of what?
Because in the graduation, in that there's a scene.
Oh yeah, because he's like the year of 72. He's like in 6 months.
No, that was.
That's a reunion.
That was their graduation. It's current time for them. So it's
so it was 1997.
It was 97, but that was just their graduating year.
Then you go back to 1972 at that graduating year. Then.
Yeah. Okay. So was it Vietnam War probably? I want to say it's Vietnam War.
Whatever. Well, if it's Vietnam War, that's fucking fantastic.
We're not. We're no Wills here.
That means then Good Morning Vietnam.
Good Morning Vietnam
is in the same universe.
Get the fuck out. He was the fucking radio guy.
Yeah, he was.
It's because I yelled.
Fucking
it's because I yelled. That's it's my fault. Whatever. It's okay.
Take the blame.
It's my fault.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. No. What else did I put here?
Like I don't know. Like
it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
That
part was sad.
It's such a beautiful. It's a scene where. He literally has to repeat himself in order to get through to a character. And you know what? These characters are so fascinating. When they speak, I just feel a certain warmth to myself. It's such a beautiful thing to hear them
very
talk.
well developed.
Very well developed, very well written. That scene when he just tells him all this shit that happened to you, it's not your fault. And he's just like, yeah, I know, fuck it, I don't care. And he's all like, no, you don't understand. It's not your fault. Just continuing. And he's like, don't fucking do this, don't get in my head. Like, he doesn't want to feel that pain anymore. He wants to think that he was above that pain, but he doesn't need to be.
He was getting so comfortable with Sean. He was like, no, Sean, please.
Yeah, and then he fucking hugs him. He's like, I'm sorry. Oh man, their friendship in general is just a beautiful fucking friendship.
I find it so heartwarming when they finish their therapies and he's like stay in touch.
Yeah, can we still please?
Like that's awesome.
People, because you know what, people like that are in our lives in general. People that have touched you in a certain, touched your heart in a certain way, touched your heart in a certain way that you want to keep in touch with, whether it's a teacher or just a someone that is a mentor to you. We've all felt that.
I think we all definitely have someone
exactly,
like that in our lives. Hey Lawrence. Don't keep in touch with me, man.
Oh, that's what my teacher said. I was like, I was like, can we keep in touch? And he was like, no. Oh God, no.
Oh God, no.
I hated having you as a student.
Don't ever come here again. Don't come to visit me.
Here's a number. It's not my number. It's just a number.
It's a psych ward. Pizza Hut.
It's like, oh, it's a psych ward. Yeah. This movie is fucking fantastic. I think we're done. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm tired of talking about this movie already. No, it's a great fucking movie. You know what I love about, and I feel like it doesn't get enough appreciation, is Skylar's character. I feel like no one really. I feel like she. Huh?
Yes.
Skylar's character, I feel, is
watch
there.
the same movie.
Skylar's character is there to push Will. Like he says, you
Very
need
good
that.
supporting
You,
actor.
you,
Loves her, or she loves him.
exactly. Like Robin Williams says in the movie. A soulmate is one that challenges you, and she's definitely there to challenge him.
is.
She's like, I want to be there. I want to help you. Like, she's literally begging to help this person, and he's so broken as a person from his trauma that he can't accept it. It's a meaningful character who every time she's in the film, her presence is so warming. And you know what? I feel like she just does. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, which is great, but she was fucking fantastic.
Did she win?
No, sadly no. I don't remember who won.
And like,
Robin Williams won though.
hey.
Fuck yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah. But her character, like how you were saying, like I think that again she was also crucial to the story just because like of who she is to Will. But I like that they gave us a little bit of her story and how they mentioned like she's also broken. Like she lost her father at a very young age and like she inherited all his money, and so like when Will's like oh
I just want to be with the fucking kid. What is it, the slum kid? Or something?
She's like, you think I fucking want this money?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if I could give this money back to him, like
just for a day with my father,
Dude,
I'd
I'd
give
do
it
that
back.
shit,
Yeah, it's just to show like he's not the only one with problems.
that little piece gives you so much of Skylar because if that wasn't there, like you would think, like she just wants to hang out with the slum guy, like
Slumdog Millionaire.
God, great film.
Yeah, Slumdog Millionaire, Best Picture winner.
Lawrence, if you don't pick a good movie for this one, we're never gonna do a podcast again. So you better pick fucking wisely. That's all I'm saying. I know it's not time yet, but
no, the movie I'm gonna pick, I'll be extremely pissed off if you guys don't think it's amazing, but whatever.
Moonlight, it's gonna be Moonlight.
No,
Fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
so yeah,
Whatever happened to that?
he touched the cheese and he died.
I don't know. There's just what the fuck? This is the wrong notes. I put it. Did I delete my notes?
Parasite notes.
Dude, my notes deleted.
Or you didn't write any in your.
No, I fucking wrote. They deleted my notes.
When you're looking for your homework that you didn't do, like in class, you're like, oh, it's in my backpack.
I'll bring a scene.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What I like about like
Why did I do this?
I know it was like kind of subtle, but like every time like what was this guy's name?
Will.
What
Will.
guy?
What?
Lambo.
Oh, okay. So every time Will was getting like okay, like I'm fucking done with this shit, whatever. He always takes out a pack of cigarettes, and then like there's that one scene where like he was talking to
Yeah, it's just called being addicted to cigarettes. I don't know if you know how many people like smoke. They smoke every other fucking hour.
I saw this as like I saw this like he didn't really
10 minutes.
I saw it as like he didn't really care. Like every time he's smoking cigarettes, he just doesn't fucking care. But then like every time Robert Williams keeps on telling him like don't do it, like
all right.
he's like all right, fuck it. And then it's like kind of showing like
That's when it gets to him.
Yeah, like I was like all right, this guy's kind of cool.
You know what I also love? I feel like when the people you don't get to meet, you still feel something even though they're not there. Like with Robin Williams' wife.
Yeah.
The way he describes her and talks about her, the fact that he's like, I don't regret a single moment, even when she was sick, even when
every
she
word
was
he says
really
about her is so beautiful.
You can feel the love by just what he's saying about her, and I find that aspect just so meaningful. And
how do you like a character you never met?
Exactly, I fucking love this character.
Well written
it's such a well, and to think that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote this fucking fucking
Dude,
screenplay.
right?
It's such a weird thing to think about.
That's so crazy.
Like, two fucking actors, like, they're not, I mean...
Like, how do they just think of this?
Wait,
Yeah.
who wrote it?
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
They
Really?
they wrote it.
And they won Best Original Screenplay.
You would think,
What a
like...
crazy guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Who would you have thought that wrote this? Like...
Gus Van Sant, the
Yeah,
director.
the director.
You know,
The Coen brothers?
no. The Coen brothers do not make movies like this. They make boring movies. I'm just
What are you
kidding.
talking about?
Huh?
Ha-
What?
Lauren, what are you talking about? The Coen Brothers?
Okay, let's...
They make great movies.
No, they do make good movies.
All Marvel movies are great.
It's just...
Wait.
The
I'm thinking of the
professor is
Russo brothers.
You fucking idiot.
the
You
professor is
Well,
from
why
Avengers.
are so many brothers making fucking movies? That's what I'm saying.
Let's stop brothers making movies.
You have to be...
Alone.
Alone.
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm not.
not fair to the only child.
Yeah, so, I have a question. So the year that this was nominated for Best Picture, Good Will Hunting was nominated for Best Picture, it lost. It lost to Titanic. And
That's hard.
Yeah.
Because it's Titanic.
no, okay,
and, like,
okay, but
Titanic
here's my thing.
It was Titanic.
Yeah, that's the thing. I personally, like, I can't remember how I feel about Titanic
Because you haven't watched it.
No, I've seen a majority of it. I just can't fucking
He
remember
hasn't
it.
watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. I've seen a majority of it. I don't remember much of it, but you guys have all seen it.
Yeah.
Vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was there.
I don't have to watch it. I was there. I lived it.
I survived.
I am Rose.
they have like pins that says "I survived the Titanic."
And then the gift shop receipt is still on it.
You know how like people like after like the Vietnam War they get the hats and it's like Vietnam veteran, Titanic veteran.
Yeah. Are you guys more of a Titanic person or a
No.
Good Will Hunting?
No, of
person?
course not. Good Will
Yeah.
Hunting, bro.
Good Will Hunting. Man,
Yeah.
all the way.
I feel like if Titanic wasn't nominated that year, Good Will Hunting would have won.
I feel
Yeah.
like
agree.
because I watched Titanic at a very young age, and like for some reason it really hit me hard, and then I recently watched it like
Because those are the first time you saw boobs.
I watched it like 4 years ago, and like I liked it. I liked it, but fuck, definitely Good Will Hunting really fucking.
Good Will Hunting hits harder on a screenplay aspect.
I gotta go see About a Girl.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
I like how they reincorporated that.
Son of a bitch stole my line.
So that's
I like how he
He
brought
just,
it back
son
up.
of a bitch, stole my line. I love
Like,
that.
Well, he stole Will's line about the joke about the
Oh,
airport.
yeah, at the bar.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
bar.
Are we
Yeah.
gonna? Oh, he did.
Yeah, he was like telling him, and he's like, the other guy was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Okay.
So you're telling me that old car is gonna drive his Will from fucking Boston to California, and specifically not even Southern California, Northern California.
did you not see?
You know,
the way
things
it was
were built better.
Yeah, he said the car had a good engine.
Yeah.
Things were built
You
better
think his
back
friends
then.
gonna be like, "Fuck you, Will. Have fun driving a fucked up car."
It doesn't even have an engine.
He even says like, "This is a piece of shit." I love that. Like, this is a piece of shit car. It's the worst car I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I love.
it really is. It was built from fucking junk.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how good their friends are.
I love them.
Yeah, good friends.
Yeah.
Good friendship in a movie. I think it's a
Very.
much better friendship.
So
than,
when are you guys gonna give me a car?
Fuck you.
What are you talking about? You probably have the best car out of all of
Yeah,
them.
fuck you. You guys should give me a car. When are you gonna give me a fucking car? Yeah,
Well, actually, thanks to SeatGeek,
Thanks to this week's sponsor.
Notorious Nini,
Is there
you
anything-
have
Is there anything you guys want to bring up about the movie? I feel like we've talked about a
the
majority of it.
camera movements.
That's okay. Okay, let's get into that real quick. That's the one part of the movie I'm not crazy about is the overall presentation of the movie. But then again, it's not. I'm not
I
gonna.
don't think it was supposed to be shot.
Yeah,
the way
that's
you're
the
thinking
thing.
of
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, the camera movement. There's some parts that I think are
Saying
great.
that it's not dynamic enough.
Oh,
There's a scene I really love in terms of its editing too, where he's talking to what is it, National Security?
NSA.
yeah, NSA.
Yeah, they're talking. He's talking to him, and he's saying like this,
Shout
this,
out
and
to
that.
those boys that
And then
used to work right in front of them.
And then it cuts to back to like the therapy that he's in with Robin Williams.
When he's telling him the
telling him
story.
what he
that's
said.
crazy.
And then like the camera's moving into him.
Right.
And then
It's like right in his face.
and
huh?
then after it moves back, like there is some good camera movements. I just think that it's not the best looking film. Which then again,
Look, if you don't get it, you don't get it.
I don't think it's a film that is meant to look like fucking the most beautiful fucking cinematography ever. I think it's more about the writing. It's more about the characters.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up because it's just something that I'm not crazy
You
about.
just think if they had a couple of like Aries in red, like you think it'd be better?
No, I don't think it'd be bad.
I think they still would have gone with the like kind of like vintage look, from my opinion.
Yeah, no, it definitely does feel vintage.
Because
Well, let me tell you something. It definitely doesn't feel vintage because it was shot in the fucking 70s or 80s. That's just like cutting edge. When was the movie shot?
90s.
What
It's a
the fuck?
97 film.
97. Titanic. 97.
What the fuck? Okay, no, my bad.
well, like for like
Take that out.
No, I'm gonna leave that in.
I could have sworn the
Yeah,
movie
I
was shot in
fucked
the
up
80s.
last time, so you fuck up this.
That's a shot. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I finished the vodka the other day, so.
Oh, okay, that's great.
So like for me when
shotgun one of these babies.
for me when I was talking about like
I don't have my keys.
I got my keys.
Alright, weird.
for me when I was talking about the camera movements, I get like it wasn't really like a big wow factor, but I just feel like when it gets to like intimate moments, like every time when like he's talking to like Robin Williams' character, or like every time when like he's trying to like, you know, those intimate scenes, it like the camera slowly starts getting closer and closer, and like I feel like for like other like random like movies, they would have just kept like, oh, like shot over shot over shot, but this one like it's like a slow movement, and I thought like you can't just break through someone like right away. You go through it slowly and slowly, and right when it gets to his face, like that's when it hits you. That's when you notice like, oh shit, like this is some real deep shit like scene right now.
Personal.
Yeah, this is very personal, and I just love how they get all up in front of you.
It gets in their personal space.
Except one scene, I gotta give him that. Except one scene, there was a scene where Dr. Lambo's ass was right in front of the fucking frame, and I saw those motherfucking cakes right in my fucking face, and I thought that was a cheapskate.
Pedro, go get your camera because I'm going to shotgun the Sapporo.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this out if it's not. Just fucking talk.
Okay, yeah, and I just thought it'd be high quality content for your.
Thanks, man.
Okay, real quick for the podcast. Antonio's gonna shotgun a beer.
I've never done this before,
Wait, hold
so.
up.
If you
All
fucking
right, guys.
wet
So
me,
Antonio's gonna shotgun a beer, so we're just gonna, you know.
Careful, slowly.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Oh!
Oh my god!
You messed up.
You dumb fuck!
You messed up
You
bad.
Did you drink it all? Did you drink it all?
That was too much. I don't know how to do it.
Are you crying?
I've never done this. No, it went all over my face.
And this video was brought to you by
Sapporo.
It's spilling everywhere.
Oh god, yeah. I wish you guys would have seen that. That's fucking hilarious.
You'll see it.
Well,
on,
you'll see it in my
Yeah,
vlogs.
no shout out for Pedro this week.
Oh my god,
I'm
my
just kidding.
pants are semi-soaked.
Yeah, if you want to see Antonio shotgun a beer,
Horribly.
Pedro will have a
barely
vlog,
a shotgun.
and
No.
it'll
Oh
be.
my god.
Can I give Pedro a shout out?
Yes.
Okay, well, shut up. If you guys want to see Antonio shotgun a beer, there'll be a description. There'll be a link in the description to Pedro's channel, and there'll be a video on Friday. Yeah. So,
That was fun.
real quick, just to get back to the movie, is there anything else you want to say about it? I feel like we've said a majority of how we feel.
Yeah, right away, I know this film isn't a very much like
topic heavy.
I think it's very like emotion heavy.
Yep.
I think you just have to talk about how you felt during the film.
Exactly.
How did
One
you
of the-
feel?
Oh man,
He felt terrible.
No, I felt loved, warmth. It's such it's a beautiful movie. I just love the way they bring up these conversations of trauma of.
I felt like
of
Robin
the
Williams
future.
was giving me a hug. the
Yeah,
whole time.
exactly. I felt like he was talking
was
to
crazy.
everyone, and it's
Yeah.
it's just that
Feels like a dad, you know? Like,
yeah, that's the type of
or like a
presence
grandpa.
that's the presence that Robin Williams brings to his movies. He just feels like he's talking to the whole audience and what they should feel and what they should think, and it's such a.
But he doesn't push it on you. He wants you to think what
He
you
wants
want.
you to think about your own life, and
How do you-
it's sad that he's not with us anymore. Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
How do you think he
Come
was
on,
in
show
real
Robin
life?
Williams.
How do you think he was in real life?
Probably the same. I
Yeah,
could
right.
only imagine.
Dude, I respect him. You know why?
Well,
This guy, Robin Williams, was not only a great actor, but this man had fashion. This man was rocking Bape
Was he?
Yeah, the
Yes,
drip.
dude, he was dripped out.
He's a funny comedian,
Dude,
Have you guys ever seen his like stand up? He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, he's
Dude,
comedian.
he's awesome.
He's
Wait,
fucking
I have one more
hilarious.
thing to talk about.
What?
Actually, this is a question. I don't know if you know this. I think I heard this, or I don't know if I'm making this up. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know why I remember
Spit
this,
it out.
but this. I don't know if it's this movie though. Matt Damon.
He's
the
in
parts
Mars?
where the parts where he's like telling all these stories. I don't know what scene is it. The part where it's just a bunch of random shit that he's talking about. I heard that a lot of that was improvised. Like he was like literally just like
In Good Will Hunting.
yeah, like freeballing it.
Free ball?
Not
No,
that
I don't know.
I don't
Wait,
know.
what's the scene when he was like,
He's talking about so many things at once.
Yeah, I remember that. He was going off, and I was like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
it's not when he's like very close to Sean. This
Yeah.
is still early stages therapy, but he's
Maybe
just,
when he's telling about his stupid art project or something like that.
I don't remember, dude.
Something like that.
No, it wasn't his art project. It was before actually meeting like
Actually, before we
But I read that somewhere where he, like one of those scenes was like
I can never believe that shit. I you know
Freeballing
when
it.
people are like
don't believe it until you're there.
No.
Until you see it.
No, you know when people, I feel like I see this with every like iconic fucking movie scene. There's some guy in the comments like, did you know that they actually improvised this scene?
that's Antonio.
That's not Antonio.
Or like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That
Yeah,
one scene.
everyone says that was improvised. I mean I've never looked into it. Just personally, I think that's bullshit.
Did you know Drake and Josh was completely improvised?
No, yeah.
Shout out to Drake and Josh on Hulu.
I feel like that scene from Fresh
That is
Prince of
on-
Bel-Air was like I can't think of a reason why
Are we
it'd be
talking about Fresh
improvised.
Prince of Bel-Air?
No, I know, but I'm
You
just
know
saying. He brought it
what would
up.
be a really good idea because we talk about movies. If we start talking about movies that are like books, like Great Gatsby and
Call Me by Your Name.
what's
My
that?
sister's doing that right now.
Yeah.
What Atticus?
Atticus.
Mockingbird?
Oh, the
Kill a Mockingbird.
You know
To Kill a
why?
Mockingbird.
Why?
Because instead of doing fucking Spark Notes or whatever and listening to the book, they'll just listen to the podcast. And then
Majority of this
So we're doing
podcast.
English projects for
Yeah,
this?
so we'll do
Majority of this
Yeah,
podcast is gonna fucking fail them.
next movie is 1984, the shitty
1984. Oh, I've never seen that movie. I don't
What's
want
it?
to.
horrible.
What's the
Ever.
one where like a group of kids get stranded in an island?
Catch the Rye or something?
No,
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 The Hatchet.
No, fuck.
Fuck.
No, shut up.
Fuck no,
Someone please help.
no.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Flies.
Yeah.
I said it first.
I get a drink.
I
Dude,
get a
You
shot.
need a drink. You have to
you
finish
need
that
a-
one,
you-
man.
Lawrence
Just
has been
drink it.
drinking the same.
We're
drink.
like on our 5th one, and he's on his
Give me
first.
Sam Adams.
Okay, do you want a 76?
No, I want that one.
What's a good one? A good one. I want a good one.
Give him
Don't
a
give me a
bad
shitty one.
Give him a bad.
I've never had any of these. Here, try a Boston
Can I try the
Lager.
one that you're? Is the one that you're trying good?
Boston.
Yeah, but there's
Go.
only one left, and I want it.
Boston.
Bitch. Ah, whatever. All right, here you go, people. It's for you.
Yeah.
Boston.
Chug.
You're not a real man. if
Well,
you
no.
like it.
Here's the thing. I like beer, so this is fine.
I'm gonna want some chips.
Not a
He's
pussy.
just saying that.
Okay, no, real quick though. Since we've basically talked about the whole movie, you guys think we've covered most of it?
I think so.
Yeah, those
What about the
swans were
ending,
sexy
ending,
as
ending,
fuck in that
ending?
movie.
The ending, I love
They
the
picked really
ending
good
shot.
songs.
You know what's sad? I don't know if you guys heard the songs in the movie. Elliott Smith, like the ending,
yeah.
the ending song.
Yeah.
You guys know that he, well, it's
Killed
not.
himself right after the movie.
No, it's not. It's a thing. It's not clear if he killed himself.
Oh fuck.
No, he's no, he's dead.
Yeah, he's.
Elliott Smith. It's not clear that he killed himself. Some people think that it was a homicide, that his girlfriend did it, because the way he quote unquote killed himself was that he stabbed himself in the chest. I think we've basically covered a majority of the film. Since this is Luis's recommendation.
Wait, can I say something?
What?
Oh fuck.
Peaked hard.
These past couple shows, every time I just like to share what kind of shoes I'm wearing. Just so I could get, I could get on that New Balance team.
Get a sponsor.
A sponsor, please. We need a sponsor. SeatGeek, someone.
Wait, no,
Bumble.
we all have one. We all have one.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Bumble, please.
All right. I'm wearing the New Balance X Racer 2020 New Balance X Shoe Palace Year of the Rat, the Chinese New Year. They came out with 2 Chinese New Year shoes, the X Racers, these ones, and then the 997H, which I'm trying to find in my size, but
Hey,
I can't.
double loss.
Do you want to make this a segment where after every time we finish a fucking movie, we just talk about your shoes?
All right, sure.
But just like a quick second.
Yeah, these are beautiful shoes. Next week's shoes are gonna be cool.
Really quick before we move on, Double or Lost? Did you get the shoes?
Oh, the shoes that I posted on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
no, because they didn't come out that day. But I was like, damn, I gotta spend money. So, yeah, I got new shoes, and they're crazy colors.
And they'll be on the next
And
podcast?
they'll be on the next podcast.
Alright, there you go.
Alright, so we've basically talked about Good Will Hunting. Since this is Luis's recommendation, he gets to rate it first. What's your rating for Good Will Hunting, Luis?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, man. To me, I know
5?
it's my favorite film.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
I'm not giving it because it was my favorite film. I truly think
A lot of factors.
it's a 5 out of 5 for me. Man.
Alright,
Go ahead.
Pedro?
For me, I would just give it a 4.5. I feel like, I don't know why, I just, you know how like you could differentiate like a certain movie that's 5, like a solid 5, and then there's like one that's like 4.5, but it could be considered as a 5.
If a couple of times
Yeah,
you
yeah.
watch it, yeah.
I feel like, well, this is my first watch, so I give it a 4.5. I really,
It could be a 5 out of 5. What you're
yeah,
saying.
it could be a 5 out of 5, but right now, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I mean, 4.5. Because like,
Put it on the phone.
okay, I'll give it a 4.5. I feel like with a couple more watches that like I'll definitely watch, I'll boost it up to a 5.
You better.
For me, I was very impulsive on this movie. I gave it a 4.5, and then I went to a 5 out of 5, but then I brought it back. Personally, I think that this movie is a 5 out of 5. Like, just emotionally, this movie hits every fucking beat. I love the screenplay. So emotionally, it is a 5 out of 5, but just from a critical standpoint, it definitely, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Dude, it's not even a joke. This movie is 10 wheels out of 10. Like, how?
10?
It's a 10 out of 10 all day.
Okay.
That movie
Hey,
is
cheers to that.
fan-fucking-tastic.
It is.
Wait, I want to do it.
Cheers to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That movie
Alright.
is fantastic. It has everything that a great movie should have. It has great character development. It has a great story. It has comedic reliefs, even though, you know, of course it's not a comedy, but a great movie has
Gives you a
some of
little
that.
bit of
It has a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You feel with the character. It's easy to relate to. It's a fantastic watch. I want a number 2. Like, after all these years,
You're
let's
not
make a
getting
Good Will
one.
Hunting 2. Where the kids are fucking geniuses, right?
Well, there's one genius.
Wait, did you hear how they're making a Scarface 2 with the director of Call Me by Your Name and written by the Coen brothers?
Yeah.
Is Al Pacino gonna be in it? or-
No.
What the fuck?
He's fucking old. What's he gonna do? Nah, who cares about that?
Whatever.
Dumb.
Fuck.
No.
Anyways, great fucking movie.
So
Watch
we have 2 perfect scores and then 2 4.5s out of 5. Yeah, no matter what, you can't deny this is one of the best movies of the
Go
90s.
fuck yourself, Titanic.
Yeah,
That's how you went down on an iceberg.
yeah. So
Got hit by an iceberg and went down. Okay.
now we get to the recommendation, and this week it's my turn.
Don't fuck up, Lawrence. Don't fuck up.
Yeah, I want to pick a really good movie.
Stakes are very
The
high.
stakes
right
are
now.
high. Good Will Hunting's a great film, so I want to pick a good movie.
Blade Runner 2049.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick not a movie. You have to watch all 5 seasons of
Oh
Breaking
my
Bad.
I already watched it.
Hey,
No, you have to watch it all over again.
I would do that.
I'm
I've
just kidding.
never seen Breaking Bad.
I'm just kidding. No, no recommendations for TV shows. I'm kidding. My recommendation is a movie that is definitely in my top 10. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I will be super disappointed if you don't at least think it's a 4.5 out of 5.
It's Moonlight.
No, it's not
La La
Moonlight.
Land?
No, it's not La La Land. I knew you guys were gonna say this. It's not either of those movies. My recommendation
I knew it.
is the 1957 film 12 Angry Men.
Oh god, that's just
Oh,
fucking boring.
fuck, man.
I'm kidding.
Have you seen it?
No, but I know it's long as shit.
No, it's
No?
not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's long. to me.
It's short. That's shorter than Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, but I like Good Will Hunting.
You haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess
so
We'll see.
all I know is Pedro has seen it. I don't think Luis has seen
I
it.
have not.
Antonio hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen any popular movies.
Yeah, no, that's my recommendation. 12 Angry Men. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Where can I watch this
You
movie,
can
Lawrence?
check it out at Amazon Prime. I fucking love this movie. I think it's one of the most well-directed films of all time.
Who directs it, Lawrence?
Sidney Lumet. It's fantastic.
And
Wait,
The Lou May brothers?
No.
Your brother?
Wait, no.
Is it a whammon?
And for those who don't have Amazon Prime, Lawrence Lawrence is gonna be posting his account on the description below.
We'll live stream it. Fuck you. We'll live stream it on IG.
So yeah,
On Twitch?
no, yeah, that's my recommendation. 12 Angry Men. I really hope you guys like it. I think you will. I think you'll have some appreciation for it.
You have decent taste.
It's one of my favorite movies ever.
And here's my beer recommendation: the Sam 76 Lager, a drinkable beer you can taste.
Trust me, guys. I was gonna make you watch Moonlight, but
In Moonlight.
no. As much as I would have loved to do Moonlight, that's super predictable. No, yeah, that's my recommendation. You can find it on Amazon Prime. Thank you so much for listening. If you did, yeah, this is.
They didn't.
This is.
They never do. They never do.
Now we've been doing pretty well. I think we do pretty well.
I've been watching it 87 times.
Think all the views.
If you guys watch this, then actually follow me on Instagram, PZDRX.
Don't follow him.
If you guys hear this audio, like me speaking, you're listening, Lawrence is going to be doing a giveaway of a new camera.
Oh yeah, I bought a new camera. I'm really excited.
Congrats
I
to you,
bought a
man.
camera. I'm really excited.
Well, if you made it this far, and you have an OnlyFans, I need more clients to shoot. So let me know. SoCal residents only.
That's basically it. Yeah.
That's it.
12 Angry Men, people. Amazon Prime. Don't forget to watch it. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to check out any of our projects, all of our links to social media will be in the description. Thank you so much. Yeah, this has been a great podcast, I think.
A month in.
A month? Yeah, we're going to be a month in.
Cheers to that,
Cheers to
boys.
a month of the podcast.
Yeah.
We've been doing well. And
Sadly, we'll be here for a while, guys.
fuck. Yeah, I'm excited to watch this movie again. It's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, that's basically it.
And this has been
A Filmaholics Podcast. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. What's there to eat?
Huh?
What's there to eat?
We never
Fucking nothing.